You keep telling yourself you want to write a book someday. I can relate. I've been there. I published my book. Last night, I received an intuitive hit to share with you to help you get going on your book because you don't know how many days left you have in your life. You don't know when someday is. And let's get started. Picture a postcard. Here's some that I got recently. Here's one that I give out. You know the size of a postcard. What you want to do is have postcards or index cards. In the vision that I saw was you sitting in your car, giving yourself 3 to 5 extra minutes. Sorry, that light is flickering. It's so excited about you writing this book. 3 to 5 extra minutes before work, after work, lunch break, before you pop into the grocery store. Get out your index card, your postcard. Fill it with your idea that you have today, that moment, about your book, your story, whatever it is you want to write down. I carry this in my wallet. I write every single day because I only make myself fill one index card. And a lot of days I fill more. Here's my stack of index cards and post-it notes on my desk to go through. There's 3 reasons you're going to love this postcard method. 1, like I said, you can do this before you pop into the store, before you go home, maybe even before you go to work, because it's only this much space that you're filling. It doesn't take a lot of time. 2, it's such a short space, you don't really have time to overthink. You don't have time to deliberate, does it have to be perfect? Because you're already making it super simple and just casual, less formal, because you're just filling up the postcard before you go into work, before you go into the grocery store, before you come back in your house again. You're not letting yourself get into overthinking, because for a lot of writers, the blank page or, oh, it's in my head and it's so big and how do I break it down, is what keeps them from writing. But you're telling yourself, I only have to fill one index card. You only have to fill it with whatever idea you have today. If you wrote down the same thing 5 days in a row, great. Then that's you showing yourself, hey, this is what I have to say about this. It doesn't need to be perfected. It's just on paper. Lastly, if you do this every day, it won't take a noticeable amount of time, but within a week, you'll have 7. Within a month, you'll have 30. That's enough to start to put together something. If you don't want to write complete sentences, a lot of times I do mine in note form. When I wrote my book, Talk to the Trees, and some of the other pieces that I've worked on, it was very easy to just go get some of my index cards where I'd popped ideas down and compiled them together. There's this concept of a common book, I believe is what it's called, where you put down in a book or on index cards 1 idea per card. And then you can rearrange these, maybe like you did when you were learning how to write research papers when you were younger. Last thing I want to say about this is one of the most important things about writing this book that you want to write someday is going ahead right now and leaning into the identity of you're someone who writes on a regular basis. You're someone who writes every day, and not having to be so precious about it. There's another video that I made where I shared this concept I learned from a business coach who I took a book writing course from, George Cow, and he talks about it's not your magnus opus. Don't try and make every book the War and Peace, the Eat, Pray, Love, 50 Shades of Grey book for the generation. Make it the book that you get written. I wrote Talk to the Trees. I was super motivated because I was channeling it from the trees. I had this feeling, get the book out soon. There are all kinds of reasons I could have taken. It's not a long book, so it didn't actually take long to write it. I felt this internal drive to get it done. What really helped me to put this out quickly in less than a year was that I already wrote every single day. I have note cards in the bathroom, right beside my bed, in my purse, in my car. I write down notes and ideas for videos, ideas for blog posts, ideas for articles, ideas for my next book while I'm at a stoplight, before I go into the grocery store, before I pick my kids up from school. I have something to write with in almost every room of the house. Now, if you want to write on your phone, great. But it's very easy to pick up your phone and be like, well, first, before I write, I'm just going to check the socials. That might be what you're doing right now. However, if this is in front of you, There's nothing to distract you from this index card and your writing. There's no app like notifying you that there's another message in here. It's just the straight up simple index card where you can put your ideas down. As I said, the way it came to me in the vision in my dream was you sitting in your car in the driver's seat, which I like because this whole metaphor of you're in the driver's seat now, with a postcard. So if you don't like index cards, get a postcard. The other challenge I thought that would be cool is get a pack of 30 postcards or buy cardstock, cut it up postcard size, buy some postcard stamps, write something every day, take a picture of it, send it to a friend, see which friends tell you, oh my gosh, that was so good what you wrote. Or find one person that you send them 30 days in a row, if they'll let you do that, and ask them at the end of a week or at the end of the month, what were the 3 things you liked the most that I sent you? Write a postcard every day and share it to your stories, share it to your social. Tag me. I would love to see what you're writing every day. Remember, get your postcard or index card out. Someday is no day. Let's make it happen today.